Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Swipe Up. This is the show where I share some posts from Instagram that I think are interesting, funny, smart, cool, whatever it is. I'm sharing them with you in this episode. Let's get it started. This one from the Cho Show. David Cho, somebody I've talked about many times on this podcast, a great artist, somebody who, a great podcaster. The DVD ASA podcast was a show that I feel was one of the most creative, if not the most creative shows, one of the most influential shows to me. Also thumbs up as a Vice show that David Cho has done. Very interesting dude. Great artist. I'm just happen to be wearing one of his shirts today. I didn't realize it's one of my shirts in rotation, and I reviewed a Korean film to start the thing. David Cho's a Korean artist. But anyway, Cho Show. He's changed his name to Cho Show. A long time he talked about Cho Show. I thought it was an art show that he did, an art event that he did in LA a few years ago. And maybe it was. Maybe it's being that brand, that name is being used now for an FX show that will be coming out, I believe, in a month or so, sometime this summer, very soon, it seems. That will be an interview show hosted by David Cho, and he interviews a guest while painting their portrait. According to what I read, I don't know if what I read was authentic, real. I didn't follow up. I didn't do any kind of investigation past that. But seeing this image, which for those that can't see it, it's like an anime portrait of what could be David Cho kissing his is his brother, cousin, just another man, I guess. And then kind of these watercolor flowers in the background. Just kind of a very similar to what David Cho's watercolors look like. But then the big FX logo, right? So I was like, I got to find out what this is. Because Cho's great as far as understanding how to release artwork. Unlike myself, I'm horrible at it. But he's really good at building kind of interest and a need to know more. And so apparently this is going to be show. I'm 100% looking forward to it. I think FX, the only other show I really watch from FX is Dave, which season 2 of that should be starting, I believe, next month. Highly looking forward to that. This is my favorite TV show of last year. One of my favorite TV shows ever so far. There's only been one season, but if that's the kind of content that they're putting out and they're doing this thing with David Cho, man, I think they're gonna be. It's interesting. It's a good trend that's happening over there. So I'm looking forward to it. Not only to see David Cho, who I think is an amazing interviewer. I mean, I've been going back listening to old episodes of DVD ASA, which are hard to find. But I was able to find a download of all of them, and I've just kind of been going through the old ones. And it's really amazing, his style of interviewing, his storytelling abilities, just the way his brain is able to jump from one idea to another, and how similarly connected they can be by the end of whatever he's talking about. So, and then his art is amazing. Like, just I've seen some of his just time lapses of making art, and it's like waves of ideas go on the canvas before it actually gets fleshed out to its finished piece. And it's a crazy thing. I enjoy his style. My style is very inspired in a lot of ways, very free flowing, kind of just, he's not like working from sketches and he's not using a projector to trace murals. Like, the murals that he does he paints in the same way he paints a canvas. And it's very much layers of ideas until the final piece gets fleshed out. So I enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. The show on FX. I wish I had written down the actual when it's supposed to be released, but I didn't do that. So let's move on now. I failed on that one, but let's move on to something maybe I'll redeem myself with this post from Josh Wolf Comedy. This is Cumface. I don't even know if this is a real product. It looks like real product based on these product photos with people. And it looks like a plastic toy, kind of like a Hungry Hippos kind of a plastic toy, except for it's clearly for adults because it's two penises, right? Angled like 45 degrees in one direction and then 45 degrees in another direction. And it looks like you hold on the top of the plastic penis and then you pump it. And it's like, I guess it's the first to get the thing to shoot in your mouth. Crazy idea. Just a crazy idea, which not surprising that it's an actual product. Like I could clearly see this. I could see this selling so well for like bachelorette parties, women's birthday parties, gay birthday parties, straight birthday parties. Shit, I could see people doing this for like gender reveal parties. People are crazy. But yeah, just an insane kind of a toy, which I don't really know how real it is. Like somebody could print a prototype of that in a 3D printer, take a couple photos, with an iPhone. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's a real product. Free UK delivery. I literally did no research past just seeing this post to believe that it's a real product. It could easily be fake, but let's assume it's real. And like I would for sure. I mean, as far as like a gag gift, hilarious. Like you're going to a party, like you're going to a holiday party or a party where you're like bringing like a generic gift, like there's a gift exchange. If that was, depending on the price point, if it was like low enough in cost, 100% would be the funnest. Like imagine you're at a party and everybody's exchanging gifts, which usually there's generic bad gifts. But if anybody got that, whoever were to open their package and they have the Cumface party game, of course you're going to set it up and play. Of course. Unless you're at like a Proud Boy party event where like they're all just too homophobic to even have fun with a thing. Like they can't even simulate just getting squirted in the face with any kind of fluid is too much for them. But yeah, the Cumface party toy, like I'm this close. If I'm smart, or if I just remember, I'm totally going to try and order this for my. I have a friend that's birthday's coming up. She's a woman. She's single, newly single. I mean, come on. I really might actually. I mean, she has an 8-year-old son, so I don't know how appropriate it would be for. I mean, she would only have to break. But I could see her and her friend playing this on her birthday, and it just being. I might do it. I don't know. I don't know. They would have to have the kids out of the house and her friend. It's just like I probably shouldn't do it, but it would be funny. It'd probably never get used, or whatever. Anyway, too much. So let's move on. There was this crazy thing that happened. Adrian's kickback. I didn't know about this. I didn't hear about it. This is a story from the Los Angeles Times. About this TikToker, Adrian, said he's going to have a big birthday party. He's put it out on TikTok, Huntington Beach. Come to this place, come to this beach, this pier, whatever, and there's going to be a party. And apparently a lot of people showed up. There's a 17-year-old named Adrian who lives in the Inland Empire, which is could be considered where I live, but east of LA, more in the outskirts. Said he's going to have a party on Huntington Beach. The post went viral on TikTok and other social medias. More than 2,000 partygoers converged on downtown Huntington Beach Pier and downtown Huntington Beach, setting off fireworks, jumping on police cars, and sometimes clashing with officers. More than 150 officers were nearly all Orange County law enforcement agencies showed up to try and disperse the crowd. More than 175 people were arrested. Adrian Lopez actually never showed up. The thing I love about this story is like the power. Like, we're living in a crazy time, right? I think the start of the craziness, which is the fact that Donald Trump won the first election. I mean, he lost the popular vote, but won the electoral vote when he got presidency. Like, that kind of seeing the way he used the internet, and also seeing how they're using the internet with this whole QAnon thing, how it's a cult, QAnon is a cult leader. This anonymous cult leader online, huge cult, online based. Stuff like this is going to start happening more and more. I mean, you saw TikTokers fucking with Donald Trump during his campaign, where they would just like mob and get all the free tickets, so like nobody showed up to his rallies, and that's why he wanted to get rid of TikTok, because Trump has Trump is a bully, and what bullies hate is when they when they look bad in front of people. That's the thing bullies hate more than anything. That's why you see all these Karens. They're all bullies. But so when they get really emotional when they see that they got. When bullies get got, they get cry. And when they get cry, they're like just any young child. Any young child that doesn't know how to control their emotions, when they get upset, they get into a giant rage. Like just an uncharacteristically horrible response to a minor getting got. And there's tantrums. Trump probably laid on the ground, flailing. And then he tried to ban TikTok. He tried to cancel TikTok. And now all of his followers cry about canceling. It's stupid. It's stupid. So anyway, this whole kickback thing, I could see being not the first time that it happens. That's for sure. And it's kind of fun. I didn't hear about it. I'm on TikTok, but I don't get those. Those aren't the. I'm not getting the hey, let's go to a party TikToks from kids. That's not the TikTok universe I am in. But let's move on to our last and final post. This one from Jason Tebolt, the Teeb. According to some people, this is what tomorrow's lunar eclipse might look like. And it's just like a little line shadow across the moon, obviously referring to the stupidity of flat earthers. I don't know if there was a lunar eclipse that happened recently. I know there was like this blood moon thing. There's been some moon activity for sure, but I don't know if this is a timely meme post. But to assume that there was a lunar eclipse recently, which forgive my ignorance, but I do know the Earth is a globe. It's a big marble out in space. It's not a disc. It's like, to try and wrap my head around how there would be a flat Earth just makes my brain reboot. Like, I can't even extend my brain to that kind of delusion. But yeah, it's like, how do you? There's the documentary on Netflix. I forget what it's called, but it's a flat Earth documentary about flat earthers and how the flat earthers are doing experiments to prove, like doing actual scientific experiments to try and prove their theory of the flat Earth. And in the promotion of the documentary, they spoil, like literally the day that documentary came out, I saw online the trailer for this documentary is the final scene of the movie. And that final scene is them doing an experiment that fails. And it just makes them look stupid. But it also is an interesting look at the conspiracy theory ecosystem and how like that follows a couple conspiracy theory like kind of celebrities, people that have podcasts that talk about it. And eventually the conspiracy theories start targeting them, and they become part of they people start believing crazy things about them, and then they realize that, oh, we're just like, if you want to believe something, you can just, there's a thing called confirmation bias, where if you want to believe in a certain thing, you can find resources that will back your opinion. They might not be valid resources, but you can say they are, and you could say you did research, but you're just literally looking for enough people to agree with you that you feel comfortable believing in craziness. I mean, that's cults, religions, flat Earth, all the QAnon stuff. It's just all, it's just convenient ways to frame reality so that you can believe in whatever you want to believe and feel comfortable believing. And like, a lot of people feel pride. They think they're like, they understand, they're superior to other people because they think they know something that everybody else is just oblivious of. But anyway, funny post from the Teeb, and some great posts from everybody else. Let me do some shout outs and we'll get out of here. Shout out to Cho_show. Shout out Josh Wolf Comedy. Shout out LA Times. Shout out Jason T-Bolt. And most importantly, shout out to you. Do you like audiobooks? Of course you do. You like listening to stuff. You're listening to this, or you're watching it. I don't know what you're doing, but you're definitely listening to my voice, and you can listen to a lot of other voices tell you stories from actual books through the service known as Audible. And because you are a listener of this show, you get 2 free audiobooks when you use my link. Go to inspireddisorder.com/audible. That's AUDIBLE. You'll get 2 free books for signing up. You can cancel at any time, but if you keep your membership, you get an additional book every month. Your subscription and membership comes with Audible Originals, guided wellness programs, news, and so much more. Get yourself 2 free audiobooks by going through my link, inspireddisorder.com/audible. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com, and follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!